Utah Mammoth fans, welcome into your Utah Mammoth Daily update. So let's start with the rookie showcase, and well, that last game against Vegas was not good. But when it comes to rookie showcase, we're not looking for wins and losses. We're looking for individual performances. So the Mammoth rookies went into the rookie showcase with plenty of hype. I was a part of that hype engine and left with some reality checks, some forechecks, and some bruising, both on their ego as well as their bodies. Game one against the Avalanche actually looked promising. Utah led 3-2 in the third period behind goals from Dylan Guenther, who I was kind of surprised to see out there, J.J. Moser, and Nathan Smith, but they couldn't close it out. Colorado tied it, and then with this with the game tied, Colorado scored the game winner the game closer on an empty net, and the final was 5-3. Game two was absolutely brutal against the Vegas Golden Knights. The kids got run out of the rink 8-1. The lone bright spot was actually Tidge Aginla coming off of his surgeries. He still managed to bury Utah's only goal of the game in the second period. Not only did he show he's healthy, he showed that elite shot. Man, I don't know why that was hard for me to say, but it was. That scouts were raving about and why he was drafted so highly and why he was Utah's first ever draft pick. But here's the thing, though. Like I said, rookie camps aren't about winning banners. They're not even about winning games, really. They're about individual evaluations. Coaches and scouts aren't sweating an 8 spot on the scoreboard. The coaches more so than the scouts, I think, would be. They're looking at who has NHL skating, who processes the game at speed, and who can handle pro-level structure. So while the scores sting, don't panic. What matters is who took a step forward, and that was very clearly Tidge Aginla. Now, let's look forward to 5 storylines now that the rookie camp is done, the rookie showcase is over with, and we're just about to dive in neck deep into training camp. So, number 1, blue line logjam. GM Bill Armstrong has stacked the defense. The top 4 looks set. You can basically put this in ink. It's not even pencil it in. Put it in with a marker. Mikhail Sergachev, John Marino, Sean Durzi, and Nate Schmidt. There's your top 4. Mix and match however you want. That's your top 4. I'm pretty sure that everybody can agree with that. So behind them, you've got Olli Mata that they signed to a 3-year deal last year. Ian Cole, who's in the final year of his deal. He's also towards the end of his career. Scott Perunovich, who is on a 1-year prove-it deal that I've talked about a little bit. Jordan Osterley as well could be in there. And rookie Dmitry Simashev, who I think is pretty much a lock for the NHL at this point, fighting for minutes. And then you also have Juuso Välimäki, who is rehabbing from an ACL tear from the Four Nations Showcase. So last year showed you can't have enough depth. Utah has shown that they need the depth. But someone's going to get squeezed out. We'll see who that is. So number 2 is the bottom 6. So the top 2 lines, you could put those in with marker, etch it in stone. These guys are untouchable. Keller, Cooley, Guenther, Peterka, McBain, and Krause. There's your top 6. The bottom 6 is pretty much wide open, though. You got Alexander Kerfoot, Kevin Stenlund, Brandon Tanev, and Liam O'Brien. I love Spicy Tuna. I think Spicy Tuna is going to make it. But Michael Carcone and Kyler Yamamoto are right there pushing too. So expect some shuffling, and then you got the young guns coming up. Tidge Aginla, Daniil Boot, Artem Duda. You have those guys pushing as well. Number 3, Tidge Aginla's return. He's healthy, he scored at the showcase, and he's eager to prove he's NHL ready. If he pops during camp and the preseason, don't be shocked if we see Tidge Aginla on the opening night roster. Number 4 is Caleb Desnoyers, the 4th overall pick from this summer, had wrist surgery in August and will miss about 12 weeks. We'll see if he comes back sooner or if it'll take a little bit longer. That takes him out of the opening night shuffle, but long term, it's just a pause. He's going to make the NHL roster, if not by the end of this season, definitely when we break camp next season. And then at number 5, prospect depth versus results. So obviously Utah has one of the most touted pipelines in the NHL, top 3 prospect pools in the league. The showcase, if you look at the stat sheet, might not show it, but development is about where these guys are by January, not September. So that's what we're looking for in camp. I'll keep tabs on those as we move forward. Now, some big news here. Hart Trophy talk. So usually the Hart Trophy goes to Connor McDavid, Nathan McKinnon, Austin Matthews. Those guys are, take your pick. But Sports Illustrated, insert meme about dead news outlet here, but Sports Illustrated just listed its dark horse Hart Trophy candidates, and Clayton Keller made the cut. He's not at the top of it, but he did make the cut. Last year, Kells racked up 90 points, 30 goals, 60 assists in 82 games. He averaged over 20 minutes on the ice, and he led the team in every scoring category. He showed he can carry a line, if not a team, really. So, knowing that the Hart Trophy goes to those guys, you need to have a truly stellar and breakout season. Utah also needs to win, plain and simple. If the Mammoth climb into a playoff spot or even a top spot in the West and Keller keeps scoring at a point-per-game plus clip, the narrative is there. He's got a chance. I'll say this. Keller may not hoist the Hart Trophy. He probably won't. But don't be surprised if he lands top 10 in voting. And that's not bad company to keep. Also, he'll have more eyeballs on him when he makes the U.S. hockey team for the Olympics. He'll be on that squad as well, which is just more camera time, which never hurts when it comes to voters for these sorts of things. And now, well, we've got some young guns who might be able to stick. We've got, as GM Bill Armstrong said himself, we've got 6 first-rounders outside our team, and they're all capable of making the team. I think they're more than capable of making the team. That's pressure on vets and the kids. Also important, if a youngster isn't getting meaningful NHL minutes, they'll play top roles in juniors AHL rather than sit as an NHL extra. That's the development line in the sand that GM Bill Armstrong is going to have to draw. Quick veteran context to watch these battles. Logan Cooley is coming off a huge season, so he's obviously a lock for the top 6. And now he has J.J. Peterka riding shotgun with him, and possibly Clayton Keller as well. So those are real line mates for that kid. I think we've got some other ones that I'm just going to list off here really quickly. I've talked about them a lot the past couple of weeks, but obviously, TJ Ginla. I mean, give me a break. I think he's going to make the roster. He's going to have to make GM Bill Armstrong make a difficult choice here, but he makes the roster. Who else makes the roster? I think Dmitry Simashev is a lock as well. One of those older veterans is probably going to get shuttled out. Cole Bedoin, the other first-round draft pick for the Utah Hockey Club, when they were still called as such. He scored 51 points in 52 games in the OHL with Barrie. If he wins, some face-offs and some draws, he kills a lot of penalties in the preseason. He could jump up into the pros as well. Daniil Boot, another one. 28 points in 54 KHL games in the KHL where they won the league. He's still raw a little bit, but he can shoot really well. So he could also be in a bottom 5 or a bottom 6 role. And then Maverick Lamoureux. Brief NHL look last year towards the end of the season. If he simplifies and leans into his reach and kill, he's huge. He's 6'7". He can force tough decisions, even more so on those back lines. So, and then there's a little bit extra here I want to sprinkle in. But the assignment for camp is simple. Sort the crowded blue line. I mean, it's simple to get the outline, but actually doing it, not so much. So sort out the crowded blue line, define the bottom 6 identity, and let the best kids force your hand. If the Mammoth nail those answers, the Keller for Hart chatter won't feel like too much of a reach. He'll be in the top 10 conversation for that. But drop your pick. Which youngster actually sticks on the opening night roster? Is it anyone I named? Iginla? Simashev? Bedoin? Boot? Even one that I forgot to mention there, Artem Duda. Does he make the roster? Drop it down, tuss up, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next Utah Mammoth Daily update.